Well, hello, good afternoon. Scott Luton and Greg White with you here on Supply Chain Now. Welcome to today's live stream. Today is a bit of a departure from most of our content here, right? It is our first supply chain trivia night. So stay tuned for what it should offer a neat opportunity to de-stress, decompress, and enjoy each other's fellowship. So, Greg, speak to a little bit. We're going to, and to our audience folks that may already be part of the live stream, we're going to be kicking off the trivia night in about 10 minutes and give folks the opportunity to join us.
Yeah.
Greg, talk about why we felt this is so important.
It's that time, right? We're on day 2060 of quarantine. Every day is a Monday. And we just wanted to, in our own way, bring something that's different and fun and joyous to folks, so that they can not only share their knowledge, but as you said, also share some fellowship and wind down a little bit.
That's right.
So Scott is going to bring you the rules and everything here pretty shortly. I'd like to incorporate one rule of my own, and that is, you are more than welcome, and I think you'll be more effective with some sort of beverage of your choice when you participate in this little event. It's going to be fun. I'm telling you, there are some tough questions out there, and speed is the key. So don't have too many drinks, because your response time cannot be diminished substantially if you want to have a shot at winning.
Right. That's right. And I agree. I like Greg's extra rule there. So hello to Gaston, who is dialed in on LinkedIn from Argentina. So hope this finds you well. Jonathan, how you doing? Great to see you. Looking forward to your supply chain expertise and intellect on full display. Now, to our audience, and we're live now across LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And if y'all notice, we're seeing on the Kahoot platform, we're seeing the names start to populate. So if you're tuned in to take part in the trivia, you need to follow those simple instructions that are up at the top here. You go either download the Kahoot app, and we're going to start about 4:40 Eastern Daylight Time. Download the app, or go to kahoot.it on your PC or your phone, and then make sure you register with that game pin 55216373, and then we'll be ready to go. Devin, hello. Dicey, how you doing? And Dicey, yes, there is a prize. First place is $200 in gift cards, Greg. Second place is $75 gift card, and third place is a $25 gift card. Hey, Fred Tolbert, good to see you. Fred says Corona Extra for him as he's dealing with the coronavirus. So great to see you here, Fred. All right, so we've got 6 folks already ready to go, already logged into the Kahoot platform. It's really important if you want to play trivia and you want to vie for those prizes that I had to pull out of Greg's pocket, then you're going to have to make sure you log into the Kahoot IT platform and follow along, of course, here on the live stream.
Yeah.
Right, Greg?
Yeah, no doubt. Man, there are a ton of people joining us. Aha. Mohib from Wichita State. Go Shocks.
Hey.
A quick shout out to Gaston. So this picture you can see in the background is my family's rancho in Tandil, Argentina. So shout out to Argentina as well. Vamos Azules.
Robbie Clouette. Hey, Robbie. Good to see you there coming in from Vancouver. Good people out there. Send context.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Inventory. I love that. I wonder who, of course, I don't think that's our dear friend Daniel Stanton, Mr. Supply Chain. So I wonder who that is. I'm going to guess. I believe we have got, I wonder if that is Kathy Morrow Robertson. If it is, the field is in trouble. Let's see here.
Is that Kathy who's logged in as a player now?
Maybe. I'm taking a guess. I don't know.
I think SBH is Sarah Barnes Humphrey. Hope I didn't out her and she was trying to be stealthy. Sarah, now you got to perform.
That's right.
Sorry about that.
All right, well, let's go over just a couple of rules here. So, again, we're going to start the trivia contest. There's still time to get logged in. It's really important, though, if you want to play and you want to win those gift cards, you've got to go to Kahoot and sign in. Hello, Nikhil from India. Hope this finds you well. Okay, so as I already mentioned, we're going to be using the Kahoot platform along with the live stream together. We've already covered the prizes. The questions today are going to be either multiple choice or true, false, or essay, 1,000-word essays. So, but don't worry, we're going to give you now. Of course, I'm kidding. Multiple choice and true, false. Those are going to be only 2 formats through the questions. We've got about 40 questions. It's going to be in 3 rounds. We'll be taking a bio break between each round, as well as congratulating who's in the lead. Hello, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Lloyd says, "Oh no, not Kathy." He knows who he's dealing with.
He knows
Lloyd,
what
great
he's
to
up
have
against.
you. Anna McGovern, nice to meet you, Anna. Great to get connected on LinkedIn, and glad that you're here. So another tip here. Chris Gaffney says, "Let's go." He's tuned in on Facebook, ready to go. All right, and Chris, of course, is another. All these folks are formidable opponents. I'm curious to see what happens here.
You know what? I'm glad that we are technically excluded from playing.
Yes, I am too.
But I think everyone can just assume we would have won if we played.
That's right. So clearly that was Kathy Morrow Robertson. So watch out, field. Great to have you, Kathy. Hope you're doing well.
And great. Sarah, Lloyd, and Kathy so far, man.
All
Robbie,
these folks.
You know Robbie's got.
Hey, Jonathan Townsley, Anna, Chris, you name it. A great
Are they all
here.
in also? Oh, my.
So right now we've got 9 folks registered, and we're going to start here in just a minute or two. But one other tip for the folks that are playing. So not only do you get points, of course, for the correct answer, either multiple choice or true, false, but you also get an extra. The faster you answer with the correct response, you get more points.
Right.
So that's really important to consider as you're picking an answer. It's really important to do it fast. All right. We're going to get
hold on just 1 second, Scott. I'm putting the link and the pin in the thread on the stream.
Yep.
Let's see if anybody else wants to sign up.
Perfect.
We probably intimidated some folks.
Hello, Rob Johnson. Great to have you here. Thanks for tuning in and competing for the gift cards.
Yeah, let me say that if you're not competing and you're just watching and enjoying the competition, that's no excuse to refrain from smack talk. So right. Be sure to keep the smack talk going in the stream.
That's right. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and just put it out there. If y'all see that I'm a bit off put today, it's because I've got robot music in these headphones that I could not separate from Kahoot. I couldn't turn it off. So I'm hearing like a robotic Caribbean beat as I'm trying to navigate and share rules and banter with Greg here. So if I'm a bit distracted, that's why.
It's because you're down in the islands, man.
Yes. Fred says this show is going to show how little he knows. Just about rhymes. All right. Just another minute or two. Greg, let's say we start at 4:45. How about that? And that's why. We got Angie Reno 911. Love it. Right on time.
There she is. I'm Gaston signed on. All right.
Yep.
That's good.
So we're going to start at 4:45. I think that's Lloyd Knight that just logged in there. We want to give everybody a chance.
I like how some of these people are hiding their identity.
Yes.
Mr. Bill, who is that, do you think?
I wonder if that is Bill Stankiewicz.
You think?
The one and only. Could be.
All right. Reno is ready, man. She's going, here we go.
All right. So for the folks that just logged in live, I want to cover a couple quick things. It's really important that not only you follow along the live stream of your choice across the 5 channels that we're currently live streaming, but also log into Kahoot. You can either do the URL kahoot.it or download the app, or use the URL on your phone. Use that game pin 5216373. That's what you'll need to find our trivia game and log in and compete with all of these wonderful folks that are competing for the gift cards that we are offering here today. That was Bill Park.
Excuse.
Mr. Bill was Bill Park. Bill, great to see you. Glad you're here. Okay.
We already have our first excuse. Anything I get wrong isn't my fault. My toddler selected the incorrect answer. That's Dicey.
That's right. All right. So important 2 styles of questions, multiple choice and true false. That's it. Those are 2 formats. There is a time limit on each question. The multiple choice, I believe, are all 60 seconds, but you don't want to wait till 60 seconds. And the true false, I believe, is 30 seconds. But again, you don't want to wait till the last second, because the faster you answer the correct answer, the more points you get. And of course, points dictate everything. All right. Hey, Sarah Scudder. Great to have you here. So glad that you and 14 or so of your favorite friends have joined us for the first Supply Chain Trivia Night here at Supply Chain Now.
You think, oh man, is she playing? And if she is, can we figure out who she is, right?
All right. So we're going to go ahead and you say we get going?
So you said 4:45.
All right. So my boss.
But how long do you think we can entertain these people before we start?
My boss over here, Amanda, who is part of the live stream, she's a producer behind the scenes, says to wait 2 more minutes. So that's what we'll do. Quick shout out to the dog, Clay Phillips, who is also behind the scenes. He is producing and engaging as well. And we are just about to go.
All right.
I'm curious to see how this works.
You know what? I got to tell you, I think Dicey might be sandbagging us a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that I'm going to count that as smack talk.
All right.
Saying that I think, be careful, folks. Be careful out there, because she could speak up on you.
Lloyd is answering your question, Greg, in terms of how long we think we can entertain these folks. He says not long.
Listen to
with
the boss,
that said,
listen to the boss.
One more shout out to our dear friend Michelle. Great to have you here, part of the team, of course, and hope you and Dave are doing well. All right.
Hey, great idea, Angie, Reno. How about the NFL draft? That's a minute worth of convo. Can I?
Please.
Big Chiefs fan, so we had to pick last in the first round. We picked Edwards-Helaire, a running back, and you might not think we need a running game, but if we have a running game and Patrick Mahomes, hello Super Bowl 55.
Back to back.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why we wait. You see, we just had 1 or 2 folks. We don't want to turn anyone away.
Everyone's a winner.
That's right. Everyone is a winner. Okay. We are going to start.
All right, here
Lloyd
we go.
says, go Chiefs.
Attaboy, Lloyd.
All right, Foyt.
Thank you.
Here we go. All right. The first question. Be ready to answer.
Speed matters.
The first question. Who is widely credited? This is a test question. This is a test question. Test question, just to give you a feel for how it works. So what continent is the Nile River located on? South America, Asia, North America, or Africa? Please choose an answer and choose it quickly. This is just a test question, just to give you a sense of how the platform works. We only have 4 answers. Hopefully, we're going to have a quicker audience than that. So please answer this question. This is how all the rest of the questions.
Question, right?
Right. This is a test question. Just a test question.
Yeah, and then we get another one.
Then it starts.
Yeah. Get those answers in, people. You want me to hum the Jeopardy theme? Mm-hmm. Hey, Muhammad, if you want to give answers, you got to do it. You got to get in the game. If you look in the stream, there is a link.
Okay. So the answer, of course, is Africa, and 12 folks got that right. Other folks didn't. So this is how the game's going to work. And when I click on next, it is going to give you a sense of the standing, right? Who's first play, who got the most points, all that stuff. It'll be a running total. Now, I've just been asked a question, and I got to admit, this is our first trivia night, and this was in my blind spot. There's a little bit of a delay from the live stream to the game itself. Is that what, a 7-8 second delay, Greg?
Yeah,
I believe?
Something like that.
So, follow along on the live stream, but that's all the more reason to answer sooner, right? Because not only do you lose points, but it might get to be a little confusing. If that makes sense.
Oh, wait. We still have folks signing in. Thank you, Angie Reno, for giving Joe the game pin. It is 521-6373. And Muhammad is in Egypt.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I'm hopeful he signs in because the Nile River is in his country.
All right. Good. All right, are we ready to go? So that was a test question. It's out of the way.
Do we have we have one more test question?
Nope, that's it.
Oh boy!
I figured we'd have a really sharp group. So
we are live now, people. All right, get your trigger fingers ready. Here we go.
All right, first official question. Who is widely credited with developing the modern intermodal shipping container? Who is widely credited with developing the modern intermodal shipping container? James E. Casey, Malcolm McLean, Julie B. Varner, or Clifford Rogers? Get your answers in now. And Greg, just so you know, we've got a healthy 10 or 12 second delay, so
I'm going to wait. It is full 12. Okay,
close to it. So I'm going to
give the answer. Is what you're saying?
That's right. Yeah.
I'm not sure how this works. I mean,
well, we're going to find out.
Yeah, man.
And in terms of the question, Chris says he knows a guy who worked with him. That's how old he is what Chris.
Chris, which Chris said that?
Chris Gaffney.
I told you, Gaffney's a favorite, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
I don't know if everybody knows who Chris Gaffney is, but he's the chief supply chain officer at Coca-Cola. So step up your game, people.
All right. So I'm counting, based on those responses, 15, 17, 18 folks. So I hope the delay doesn't throw anybody off. And guys and gals, if it does, we're experimenting here. We'll make the best go of it.
Fun.
But that's right.
Have
all
another
for fun
drink.
And gift cards. That's right. All right, here we go. Next question. And the leader right now is Chris Gaffney, followed by Mr. Inventory and Robbie at Reno 911, which is a really cool show on Comedy Central used to be. I think they're bringing it back. And Kathy at 2948. Here we go. Next question. All right. Who was named the first female CEO of the largest U.S. automotive manufacturer, being General Motors? Who was named the first female CEO of the largest U.S. automotive manufacturer? GM. Get your questions in early. Not so much often, just early and accurate. And Clay, I'm not sure. I see that you're sharing the PIN number still in the LinkedIn Live. Folks may can still log in, a couple questions in.
Yeah.
All right. Get your answers in, please.
Show up late for the game and still win.
And if you got smack talk, put it in the stream, especially
There's plenty of it in there. Let me tell you, we're talking football as well as trivia here. We got a Cowboys fan. Oh, Angie's making excuses. Trigger happy.
All right. So if
Come
you want
to Cowboys fan,
That's right. If you want us to be able to share what you're saying, the trash talk you're saying there, in particular, like this here, Michelle, it's not trash talk. That's uplifting and encouraging. Go, Amanda and Clay. If you want us to be able to share that, put your comments in the Facebook or the Twitter or the YouTube feed. Unfortunately, we don't have a nice link from LinkedIn to this platform, so we have to share that verbally. But options, and plenty of options. All right. Let's see who's leading. Still Chris G. And I'm not going to share the little side bets that me, Greg, Clay, and Amanda put on the field that we thought was showing up. But very interesting, Greg. Here we go. Next question. In recent years, the railroad industry has leveraged PSR to get faster, more efficient, and leaner. What is PSR? What does it stand for? And Jonathan Townsley says his 5-year-old son just guessed by pointing to the screen.
Was he right is the question. Oh, he was right. Kid genius. That's awesome.
All right. Again, the question is, in recent years, the railroad industry has leveraged PSR to get faster, more efficient, and leaner. What is PSR? Get those answers in. Adambanjo, Mary Barra, that was correct on the previous answer. You're right. Dead on the money. Please get your answers in. I think we're missing one answer. Let's see here.
On the site, it's showing the fourth question.
Answer. You know, I'm hoping.
How is it out of sync with us in real time? How could that be?
Let's see here. Oh, on the site, it would be showing the fourth because it's a little bit faster. So, so again,
well, are we on the fourth? Because we are in real time, even though.
No, we just completed the answer for the third question. So I think I think for the most part, folks are with us because folks are getting, the majority of folks are getting the answer right. So, but hey, continuous improvement. We'll get better each time. Here we go. Next question after a quick scoreboard update. 7,662 points. Chris G is still in the lead, but Kathy's
counted the test question. That a boy, Lloyd Knight.
Yeah, a little oversight there. But Kathy's fast approaching. She's moving up to number 3.
She is on fire.
That's right. All right, let's go to the next question. This would be true, false. According to the World Shipping Council, in 2018, the busiest seaport in the world was Shenzhen, China. True, false? All right. True, false, according to the World Shipping Council. Okay. So that we only had 3 people guess on that question. So I think the timing for the true, false is probably a little too fast, right? Because we gave 30 seconds for true, false rather than the full 60. That's okay.
I think this is as entertaining as anything. Watching people go, the delay is messing me up. All right, if you've got 2 monitors, if you've got it, put the live stream up on one and Kahoot on the other, or use your phone and use your laptop.
That's a good point. Yeah, being able to use 2, especially the phone and the laptop, that would be ideal. So we're getting several folks say they timed out or they only had like 10 seconds. My apologies. We need to work on this delay and we'll get it fixed. But again, act fast, act very fast, judiciously, but very fast. All right, next question. And Sarah Barnes Humphrey, she is using 2 screens and still having a challenge there. So Angie says even Chris is complaining.
Yeah, and he's winning.
That's right. All right, we're gonna have mob rule in a minute, Greg. We're gonna keep driving.
Thankfully, we're all quarantined.
That's right. All right, next question. Okay. Oh, that was actually that was a little background color commentary on that. Obviously, Shanghai was number 1 in 2018. In that year, Shenzhen was number 3, Singapore number 2. So you can learn more at worldshipping.org. All right, next question. Here we go. Each block of a blockchain consists of which of the following? Each block of a blockchain consists of which of the following? And vote early. The time lapse is bad. Yeah, Joe, I appreciate you sharing. We're finding that out in real time. Is there anything as much as painful as realizing some errors in the system as you're live on a live stream, Greg?
In front of the whole world? Yeah.
All right. Each block of a blockchain consists of which of the following? All right. 11 folks got that one right. And let's see here. We've got a few more questions before we get to our first break. So appreciate y'all that are sticking with us and fighting through the delay between the actual game itself and the live stream. At the break, our team will huddle and we'll see if we can't get away or eliminate the delay and make it easier. So y'all stick with us.
Okay.
And of course, we can always count this whole first round as a practice round. So y'all stick with us.
We can do whatever we want because it's our game.
All right.
And Sarah Scudder has asked a really, really important question.
What's that?
And that's, what am I drinking? So I'm going to save that for the break.
Please do. Perfect.
Let's announce that for the team and then for the crowd here, and I'm gonna save that for the break, and then I'll share that again.
And we might be drinking a lot more after the first round here. We'll see. Here we go.
I will.
The scorecard is being adjusted. Chris G is still in the lead.
Peter moving up.
Yeah. Devin, who I believe is undergrad or maybe in grad school.
Still a student.
Still
right?
a student.
I mean,
top 5.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
By the way, gang, Devin is looking for an internship, so clearly showing some high potential in case anyone's looking for a sharp intern.
That's right. And Joe on LinkedIn, I love your take. Having fun anyway. And he's saying this is practice. So
have another drink, Joe. Yeah.
We
That'll
appreciate
make it
it.
even more fun.
That's right. All right. Next question. Let's see here. According to SC Digest, the UK Warehousing Association reported that third-party warehouses in the UK were how full? According to Supply Chain Digest, great site, right? scdigest.com, the UK Warehousing Association reported that third-party warehouses in the UK were just how full?
And we've shared this number before.
I think we have. That's right.
This is also a test of how well you listen. Okay, did you see that?
Yes.
Chris Gaffney just exposed his secret for success. Margaritas. Right? So if you're lagging a little bit or not where you want to be in the standings, have a margarita.
That's right. Sarah says that her water is very boring and she needs to up her game. I agree, Sarah.
Well, Sarah has her own. She has her own Hair Don't Care, right? Happy hour. So she's probably just pacing herself for the weekend.
I agree. Okay. So 8 folks got that right. Oh, and Diet Coke post 5 p.m. Oh, I got you. Okay. AM Diet Coke. All right.
Right. Well, it's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m., Chris, so you're fine.
That's right. Oh, Peter making a big move up to number 2.
Man.
Mr. Inventory, he or she, or he's got to reveal himself. We got to figure out who that is.
Yeah.
All right. So let's keep trucking here. Here we go. Sarah says vodka water for her. Wow. That's some tough stuff. All right. Next question. According to the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report 2020, this country was number 1 for gender parity. According to the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report 2020, this country was number 1 for gender parity. Devin, this is tough. I agree. Joseph Moretta is asking if he can join in the game. So maybe Amanda.
I'm putting the I'm putting it out there, Joseph. Hold on just a second.
All right, that was a tough one, and folks did not a lot to take in there on that question. So we've got 3 more questions before the end of the round, and then we're going to do some a Kaizen blitz on this thing. So y'all stick it out. All right, it's tightening at the top. Next question.
So
and to Nikhil's point, we've got the question, and in some cases there is some background slides, so the numbering is going to be a little bit off.
Well, also they're counting the test question.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. And real quick shout out Alberto. He might have been guessing on YouTube. Finland. It was actually, I think we're going to reveal that. And it was Iceland was the answer. Yeah. So good stuff there. All right, let's keep driving. There's no other options, right? Drive forward. And number 1 spot for 11 years in a row, by the way. And you can learn more at weforum.org, which is a really great site. Lots of information there on industry. Next question. All right, so due to growing surplus of oil, these items are in high demand as they can hold around 2 million barrels of crude. So to all that oil that's out there, all that crude, we're trying to find places to stash it, right, Greg?
Yes, we are. Well, not we, but
they.
Yeah, people who have it. People who were paid $40 a barrel last week to take it.
Really?
Wow. Yeah, the price of crude went negative for a short while as people were trying to get people to take it off their hands. They were paying for people to haul it away.
All right. So again, to our audience, y'all keep answering. We're going to take a break in 2 questions, and then we're going to figure out what we can do a little bit different to help with the delay. So y'all hang on. All right. Super tankers. And I think I've got a background slide here. After we check on the scoreboard, Chris G still leads the way. Hey, Jonathan Townsley moving up.
There he is.
And the info slide, I think 815 super tankers in the world. And if you'll see there, according to the Wall Street Journal, the daily freight rates for very large crude carriers are hovering around $150,000.
Yeah, we talked about that with Lee Klaskow from Bloomberg and Bobby Holland from U.S. Bank yesterday on the live stream for the freight payment index, right? So,
and as opposed to,
I think we were trying to develop a scheme where we go collect that oil and store it until the price goes positive and make some money. Let me
please go.
Kathy Robertson just said she may need a drink. I've been dying to say this for like 3 months. Kathy, hush. I'm just kidding. Go get a drink. We're about to take a break. Then everybody can grab a drink that's sorely needed.
That's right. We are 2 questions away from taking our first break here. Yesterday, this country launched the world's biggest container ship. Algeciras, maybe, with capacity for 24,000 containers. Which country launched this ship? Guess early and often and accurately and judiciously. Oh, and she responded.
She did?
Yeah, she said that. Go hush.
Yeah.
Hush yourself.
Hush. I like the way she says it. She can make hush into a 4-syllable word. Wait, where is she responding?
Twitter, I believe.
Okay, because I'm only on LinkedIn. So,
all right, answer early and often. We got one more question after this one to go. We'll take a first brief break. The second round is going to be even faster. We may end up making some adjustments. We'll see. All right. Okay. 5 folks got that right, and of course, it was South Korea. 24,000 containers, man. Angie Reno back up the charts, number 5.
There we go.
All right, last question of the round. In the supply chain world, a reefer unit is...
Depends on what segment of the supply chain you're in. If you're in Flourish's segment of the supply chain, reefer could mean a whole different thing.
Yeah. Alberto, thanks for tuning in so much on YouTube. He's ready to wager, Greg, on some of his answers there. I love it.
Look at Fred Tolbert. Fred Tolbert's going, are there any forecasting questions? He's looking for any advantage. I love the competitiveness here.
Go, boy. Go, Angie, go, Sarah says.
There you go.
This is a tough competition. Hey, but you know what? Yeah, there's a delay, and we've got some complications, and our technology platforms that we all threw in the sandbox together are not playing nicely. But, hey, we're supply chain. We're used to it, right?
That's right.
All right. We are going to be taking a quick break right after this question. 9 folks got this right. That's good. A refrigerated container used in intermodal freight transport. That is right. Okay. We're going to take a break here, and I'm going to hide the screen. I'm not sure if what we're going to take a quick break. Greg, I'm going to let you take it from here. I'm going to come off the live stream for a second, and we're going to see what we can do to make round 2 a little bit better.
I'm not sure how long I can entertain people with a bottle of scotch, but I'm gonna try. All right. So we're officially paused now. So Sarah Scudder, this is what I'm drinking right now. And wherever you are in the live stream, I would love to know what it is that you are consuming as well. Clearly, Chris Gaffney, as of 5 o'clock, and not one moment before 5 o'clock, right, Chris, is consuming margaritas, but not before that, in case anyone else from Coca-Cola is watching this. And we've got lots of water. We've got some vodka and water. Oh man! Now we've got new attendees. So, look, folks, the idea is just to have a little bit of fun and share your knowledge. Let's hear what you know. Oh, look, Sarah Barnes Humphrey, peach Ciroc, and sparkling water in a wine glass. I think she, you know what? She did. Sarah Barnes Humphrey also did a happy hour, and I think that's what she was drinking. So I know we had Jono from Australia and Andrew Johnson all on there, and Jamin from the West Coast all on there. And most of us were Chiefs fans, so we sort of dominated the conversation talking about the Chiefs. But
well, Sarah makes a great point. It's 2 p.m. her time. Sarah Scudder, which is in California, I believe. So yeah, still kind of early.
I'd like to point out something to people on the West Coast. And this might be obvious. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's right. All right. So this is the countermeasure we came up with in the last 3 minutes. And this won't solve anything. We'll have to tweak the next supply chain trivia night when we're using a live stream. But we want our audience to listen. I'm gonna verbalize the question and then give it a minute or so, a couple minutes before we move to that question. So that way you'll know exactly what's coming and you'll know the answer options. And and you'll be able to answer right away. So once you see that question hit the live stream, you need to vote. Or you know what? We could. All right, so here we go. Are y'all ready for?
Let's not rush back because people are sharing their drinks. Alberto Torrielli is in Italy, so hey, we're all pulling for Italy. First of all, let's start with that. And it's quite late where he is. It's 11 o'clock, after 11 o'clock where he is. He's just having water. Angie Reno got one of my favorites, a Modelo Especial with lime. So we've got a few people, and Sarah Scudder is saying she's got to save herself for a neighbor's physical distancing happy hour. So
right. Okay. All right. Oh man. All right. So y'all listen up. We're gonna move into the lightning round.
All right. Read them. You might give them those directions again.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. So this next round, I think we've got 10 questions teed up. They're all true false. Right? They're all true false. And true is always going to be the red option, right? The triangle. And false is always going to be the blue, the diamond shape. Okay. So the question for this next that you'll be able to answer here in a moment. The question is true or false. The acronym ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Again, true or false. The acronym ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. You're going to be able to guess on this question here in just a second. So be ready on your wherever you're putting your answers in. That will be available to you, true or false, in just a second. Real quick, scoreboard update. Chris G is still leading. Mr. Inventory Peter, Jonathan Townsley, and Angie Reno make up the top 5. All right, again, true or false, the acronym ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. And you should be able to answer now. True is blue diamond is true. Blue diamond is true. False is the triangle or the red. All right, we're getting some earlier answers, so I'm hoping that helps a little bit. True. Blue.
Nikhil says it's 2:40 a.m. in India. So
wow.
If she's still drinking, she's hardcore, but I think she's not.
All right. Quick comment here from Alberto.
Sorry.
Yeah, Alberto, really appreciate that sentiment. We're kindred spirits here. I know so many folks have been challenged health-wise, economic-wise, just, you name it. And, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this here tonight, to give folks just a sense of connecting with other folks in the industry, in supply chain, and letting our hair down just a smidge, taking a step back from all the challenges that the global business community has been facing here in recent months. So all the best to you too. Okay, so that seemed to help. We had 12 folks answer. Again, the time for this is lightning round. The time on these questions here are much shorter. So the next question, which you're going to get in a second, I think we'll do a quick scoreboard update. Chris G, Mr. Inventory, Peter, JT, and Angie Reno. The next question, here it comes. True or false, the acronym SaaS stands for System as a Service. True or false, the acronym SaaS stands for System as a Service. Blue on the left is going to be true, and triangle or red on the right is going to be false. And you should be able to answer momentarily. Tell us what does SaaS stand for, System as a Service. True or false? All right, Greg, giving up all my secrets on LinkedIn. I see you. All right, for those of you that already answered, it is true. I do not drink on these live streams. We've got because it complicates these challenges we're having here today.
Yeah.
But when I do, Granddaddy Mims is one of our favorites, a moonshine distillery right here in the state of Georgia. And these folks have found ways to get behind the hand sanitizer effort. So they've converted their operations to help fight the battle against COVID-19. All right, good deal here. So how does this work? Are y'all getting is it making it a little bit easier, at least, that I'm reading the questions off and then waiting for a minute or two before we show it? I'm hoping that helps a little bit here. All right, some folks are putting their answers right in the live stream. Hey, more of the power. We're all someone will learn something today, maybe multiple things. All right, most people got it right. Quick scoreboard update, and then this next question. And Chris, man, wire to wire.
Well, careful.
Well, that's right. We're not
coming into the backstretch now.
Sorry.
Don't jinx. Okay. Don't jinx my front runner.
All right. So listen up. Next question is true or false? In supply chain management, the acronym IBP stands for Integrated Budget Planning. True or false? The acronym IBP stands for Integrated Budget Planning. And again, true is going to be blue on the left-hand side, the triangle, or the diamond. Holy cow! And false is going to be red. Here we go.
True is blue. True blue.
Yes, true is blue.
Yeah.
And Sarah,
Tim Solms says, "Granddaddy Mims was always usable as hand sanitizer."
That's right.
Good point. It's not that far of a stretch, except for making it into gel.
That's right. All right, vote soon. Vote soon. Chris says he was teaching this topic this week. It's good stuff. And Sarah, have a great weekend, everybody. Hey, Sarah, great to see you. Sorry you got kicked out in some way, shape, or form. But I know everyone and their brother and sister are on the internet right now, right?
Yeah.
So great to see you.
Yeah, thanks, Sarah. Keep lifting us up.
And Supply Chain Now is responding to Chris. No wonder you're in first place. Okay, 7 folks got that right. So we're going to do a quick scoreboard check. All right, JT's moving on to number 3. Man, it's a battle at the top. Okay, so for the next question, it's going to be another true or false. The acronym RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification. True or false? The acronym RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification. Here we go. True blue, as Greg simplified it for me. True blue. Red is false. Blue is true. And Clay, I agree with you. We got to stump Chris.
You know, this guy's been doing this since he had a paper route, I recall, right? So
he remembers when tags cost $1.
Right? What do you?
Okay, only one person got that wrong, and we're not going to point anybody out. That could have been me, for all we know. And a lot of folks are playing right along in the comments. Joe, you're right. Jerem, you're right as well. Anna says she's got some sticky fingers on a couple of questions. Hey, we can all relate to that for sure. All right. So next question is going to be, let's see here. That was RFID. Next question, everyone tune in here. In supply chain management, true or false? The acronym SKU stands for Supply Kilogram Unit. Again, true or false? In supply chain management, the acronym SKU stands for Supply Kilogram Unit. True.
I just want to say that if you're a retailer and you get this wrong, you're fired.
And Greg has the authority all of a sudden. Who signed off on that?
It just happens like that.
All right. Sarah, I agree with you. It is comeback time for Anna. You're right, Joe. Angie is calling Chris out on his paper route. Hey, it helped form who he was.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, anyone who can relate their current skill in supply chain back to their paper route it's impressive to be able to tie that back.
That's right. Chris is challenging everybody with his years of experience. Alberto's having to take off. Connection problems there as well. Appreciate you tuning in, Alberto, and we will reconnect with you real soon here. All the best to you and your family.
Yeah.
Okay. Hope White, this CEO at HD White, says that she's going to have to catch up. That's right, Hope, and I'm sure you can. Let's see here. All right. Technology. Yeah, Nikhil, I tell you, we that delay was in our blind spot, so I know there's a mismatch there. So bear with us there. Okay. So quick check-in on the score.
I'm just impressed that Nikhil is on this at 2:40 now, probably 2:50 in the morning.
I agree.
Pretty impressive.
All right. So everyone listen up. I'm going to share the next question here. And that question is going to be true or false. The Supply Chain Now team has published 342 podcast episodes since May 2017. So true or false, the Supply Chain Now team has published 342 podcast episodes since May 2017. Okay, true, false. True, blue. Red is false. Get your answers in now. Ben is on a win streak. I wonder how many questions right he got there.
Hope is declaring her comeback right now.
Love it. All right. Man, how about that?
Sarah Scudder says your headset is super legit.
Thank you. I think, Sarah, I appreciate that. I'm a dork at heart, so what can I say? All right, quick score update. Chris is still on top, and I believe that lead is getting a little bit wider. Is anyone going to catch up with Chris G? I don't know.
Come on, Townsley. You're within striking distance. Whoever Mr. Inventory is.
That's right. Anna says she's cooking with gas now. So it is on like a pot of neck bone. All right. Oh, Greg, they may not have said that in Kansas where you grew up and all, but that was something I've heard once or twice or a million times. All right. Next question. All right. So I'm going to read these off to give everyone a heads up because of the delay. True or false? The CSCP certification, which stands for Certified Supply Chain Professional, is offered by the ISM organization. Is that true or false? True is blue, false is red. The CSCP certification is offered by the ISM organization. All right.
Joe. Wherever Joe grew up, they didn't say that either, Scott.
All right. I will be the outlier here, I guess. That's okay.
Or no Joes, apparently.
No. Hey, Joe Moretta, at least he understands what I'm trying to say, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder if the dog, Clay Phillips, ever heard that phrase. Clay, give me a thumbs. Oh, man. Clay has not heard it either. Okay. All right. Oh, is there a weakness? Is there Achilles heel? Chris, we got Chris on one, and he's admitting to it as well. So that's that opens the door for Kathy.
Oh, man,
and JT.
we're in the final stretch, folks. How many questions left, Scott?
Well, we got two more questions in this lightning round, and then we've got an abbreviated round 3. So there's still time. There's still time to get stuff done. All right, so There's still about a 4,000 point gap between first place and everyone else. But the door is opening. The door is opening. All right, are we ready? Next question, everybody. True or false? A bonded warehouse is particularly useful for mitigating a company's tax burden. So true or false? A bonded warehouse is particularly useful for mitigating a company's tax burden. And the word particularly brought to you by Granddaddy Mim's Moonshine. I can't say that word right today. All right, here we go.
Nikhil and Angie Reno, they are winning in terms of the most messages.
Love it.
Nikhil is getting hammered by the time delay, I think. Just that he's actually awake and doing this is impressive. Nikhil, you get major marks in our book for taking this on from 11,000 miles away or whatever it is. So,
and we're gonna fix it so that next time we come back, folks in India or wherever else, and anyone tuned into the live stream, they don't have a problem with the delay. So we appreciate all the brave warriors that are forging ahead. Okay, 9 folks got that right, including Jerem, who is on the LinkedIn live feed.
Yep.
Quick score update. Okay, actually, Mr. Inventory cracked the 4,000 point gap between him and Chris G. So that's good. Well, good for him. Bad for Chris G. Let's see what happens.
And just in case anyone wonders, Peter Heflin's job is not exactly supply chain. It's product marketing. So
he's doing really well.
Step it up, people.
All right, so everybody listen up. I'm gonna read the question. This is the final question of round 2, or not so much lightning round. True or false? In international trade, IMDG stands for International Movement Damaged Goods. So true or false? True is blue. In international trade, IMDG stands for International Movement Damaged Goods. And you'll be able to vote momentarily. Yeah, I'm liking. Angie Reno said that she let out a Texas yeehaw. I didn't know she was from Texas.
Oh, yeah. She's a Cowboys fan.
That's right. That's right.
Scared her dog. So,
what is her dog's name? Ask her.
Angie, what's your dog's name?
It's funny. I'm acting like we're not on live stream and she could not just hear what I said. All right. 8 folks got that right. And it is false. And I think I've got a let's see here. Yeah, I do. I've got a quick update. Oh, look there, where the lead is getting smaller and smaller. So the top 5 is tightening. Okay,
come on, Gaffney.
Quick update slide.
Step it up.
On what IMDG stands for. So the codes were adopted by the 1960 Safety of Life at Sea Convention. I wonder how fun of a convention that is. SOLAS. Amanda got a kick out of that one.
It's full of sailors, so
it's got to be pretty fun. It provides guidelines for safe handling of flammable, explosive, corrosive, or radioactive materials, and it, of course, helps prevent accidents. So that's good stuff there. Okay, and Chris is, you know what, spoken like Vince Lombardi here. You got to play all 4 quarters.
Attaboy.
That's right. You got one big round to go, and
Angie Reno's dog's name is Duke.
Duke, and he's a rescue. Didn't change his name.
Boxer Terrier. Angie, we have a Boxer Pit Bull Terrier mix. Major. If we can get him in here. And I'm sure Scott's about to give up the name of one of our cats. Go ahead. I know you're dying to do it.
Miss Kidders and Shenanigans are Greg's 2 cats.
Thunder.
And Greg named him.
No. False. Red.
So, hey, we're losing one of the top 5. Jonathan Townsley's got to go. So that opens up an opportunity. And the top 3 finishers all get gift cards. Of course, the first place is $200. Second place is
if Jonathan's got to go, shouldn't his son finish for him?
Yeah. Hey, JT, that's a great idea.
Right answer anyway.
That's right. All right. So again, there's gift cards go to the top 3 finishers. So the first one gets, let's like golf. Number 1 gets most of the purse, but second place still comes up with a $75 gift card, and third place is $25. So, all right. So again, I'm going to read these questions off. This final round is back to multiple choice. I'm not going to read all the answers, but at least you'll know the question we're going to ask, and it'll give you a little heads up to beat the delay. So here we go. And you bet, Nikhil, thank you for joining us. Happy to do this. This is good stuff. We're learning a lot and engaging with each of y'all, and appreciate what y'all bring to the table. Okay, so here's the question. The 2019 Gartner Top 15 Supply Chain Rankings for Europe, not the U.S. Europe in the U.S. is top 25. In Europe is top 15. They found 3 top trends emerging. So the question here is, which was not one of the trends, right? So you'll have 4 choices. Which of the 4 was not one of the 3 top trends emerging from the Gartner 2019 Top 15 Supply Chain Rankings for Europe? And you'll be able to answer momentarily. JT, he uses screen time limits. I need to steal that idea and apply that here. It's a great idea, Jonathan. Again, it's about which was not a top emerging trend that the Gartner. I got LinkedIn here. I'm getting a note from Amanda, one of our quarterbacks and producers here, and yeah, and my wife.
And yeah, you were going to leave that out, weren't you?
That's kind of important. All right, this might have been a tougher one for some of the folks. Big fans of these top 25 and top 15 lists. Lots of good information here. Ooh, the distribution curve kind of flattened a little bit there.
Wow.
4 folks got it right. And let's see. I think I've got information after we do a quick. Looks like the top 2. I don't know whoever Mr. Inventory is, but pretty sharp. Have we identified who that is? No, still Batman.
And okay. They don't seem to be revealing themselves.
All right. I think this is an informational slide about. So the top 3 companies on the 2019 top 15 list was Inditex, Nestle, and Schneider Electric. And another note, Unilever. Of course, some of y'all know that Gartner created a master's category for the folks that routinely have been, in that top 10 year in, year out. And Unilever was placed in the master's category in 2019, which was the first European-based company to earn that honor. Unilever had gained top 5 scores for the last 7 years. Wow, that is some serious dedication to innovation and continuous improvement and real leadership. All right, next question. I think we're going to read it here first. So what we're looking for is the method of cost lot tracking where your most recent purchases are sold first. We're looking for the name of the method of cost lot tracking where your most recent purchases are sold first. It's multiple choice. And you'll be able to answer momentarily. Sarah says 82 degrees in Danville, California. It is swimsuit weather. Wow. It's been nice here in Georgia with the exception of a few storms this week. And Angie, I agree with you.
Weather.
What's that?
But not swimsuit weather.
Not swimsuit weather. That's
yeah.
Right. All right. A few folks are voting. Yeah, I see it on LinkedIn here. It's probably about it. Oh, okay.
What's that?
We're just learning about the differences in the lag time between the different platforms. So we're finding out all kinds of information here.
Well, you have to be playing it on Kahoot.it, right? You can't play it from any of the other platforms or you're going to be way behind. Yeah, because it's actually a longer delay than I thought, about 22 seconds on LinkedIn.
Yep. Okay, 6 folks got it right. Last in, first out. Let's see how that impacts scoring. Oh, boy. Mr. Inventory's cut it to inside of 2,000 points. Or right at it, I guess.
Just that, yeah.
Right at it. Okay. Next question. Got 22-second lag time. Next question is. Sorry, I got distracted
with Angie's comment.
Yep. All right.
So it's working, but it's still so much fun. Angie, come on, you're right near the top.
That's right.
Stay in the game.
Used for root cause problem solving. Another name for fishbone diagrams is what? Used for root cause problem solving. Another name for fishbone diagrams is what? That took me about 13 seconds to say that twice. So we're looking for another name for fishbone diagrams. And you're going to be able to answer in a second here. Angie is definitely invited back. She's going to have to be the MC of our next trivia.
Yeah. These folks are hardcore, man. This industry is so competitive. All right.
I'm adjusting my big league headset here. Thanks, Sarah Scudder. Most folks have answered. The folks that are fighting through the delay. And Chris says that was a hard one. I think he's being sarcastic. I think he's got to be.
Chris Gaffney?
Yes.
You think he's sandbagging? You think he's leading and sandbagging? Come on. I don't think he'd do that. I don't think he would win and smack talk.
All right, so 6 folks got that right. Let's see how that impacts scoring. Okay.
Ooh.
It is inside 2,000, right?
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Inventory. All right, Mr. Inventory, whomever you are, we're going to take your mask off. Come on. Let us know. Shoot us a note.
If they win, they got to take their mask off.
We can't send a gift card to.
That's right, to Mr. Inventory.
That's right. All right. So next question, everybody. Per the Wall Street Journal this week, one of their great reports. This e-commerce company has been accused of using its independent sellers data improperly. So according to the Wall Street Journal.
Why did you put that one in there?
This just to get a rise out of my dear friend and co-host Greg White.
If you have followed me at all today, I've had about 4,000 people get into this discussion on LinkedIn alone.
And it's a good discussion, and it's a good spirited discussion, which
is
where the industry moves forward. So again, we're looking for the e-commerce company this week that the Wall Street Journal reported has been using its independent sellers data improperly. You'll be able to answer here momentarily. And I agree, Sarah Scudder. Who is Mr. Inventory? Who is that masked man? Or woman? Well, that's what I said first, but since he is saying Mr. Inventory, I'm assuming.
You have to, right? I mean, unless it's a major ploy to keep your identity secret, and in that case, you will be revealed, like on Scooby-Doo, because you have to get your prize.
Oh, you know what? I'm showing the diagram. I'm not showing the question. That was a background. So same question. E-commerce using independent sellers data improperly. I forgot about
Claudia is watching. I was about to say say something about Claudia. So she is on and watching.
Hello, Claudia.
Answers are coming up, Angie.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about in some of these. I added a background slide to kind of offer a little context. I'm glad we're in. I'm glad we're not in the trivia business, Greg. Oh boy. And Claudia, good afternoon. Looking forward. I owe you an email, and we're going to get some things on the docket.
I wonder if Claudia is.
Could be. Maybe.
No way she would do that.
All right. So we are just a few questions out from. All right. Most folks got that. Of course, it was Amazon. I think a lot of folks saw that same report, and really curious to see the story as it continues and as hopefully we get to the bottom of it. Scoreboard impact. Wow, 1,300 points separating first and second.
Gaffney, strap it up, man.
Well, and then the other thing is you've got a pretty hotly contested going for third place, you know?
Yeah, very hot.
All right, we're going to keep driving. All right, so this next, let's see here. I'm going to read off my next question to give plenty of time. All right, which of these 4 items is not an example of a product produced by discrete manufacturing practices? So you're going to have 4 choices. One of them was not produced by discrete manufacturing practices, okay? And this is an informational slide, so there'll be a little extra time here. We've already talked about Amazon and the Wall Street Journal reporting. We'll see where that goes. So here comes answer. Looking for the product not made by discrete manufacturing. Oh, this is good. Chris Gaffney says, Mr. Inventory has fast fingers and better eyesight.
Oh, he's making excuses already. Keep your eye on the ball, Chris.
That's right. Sarah Scudder, I agree. We knew, when Chris Gaffney let us know on Twitter, he's going to be like Bill Brasky by the time this trivia, if any Saturday Night Live fans out there, when Chris Gaffney mentioned to us on Twitter that he was in, you and I both were like, man, the field just got a lot tougher. As some of these other folks signaled their participation. So Sarah is rooting for the ladies, Reno 911, Angie Reno, and Kathy Morrow Roberson. A big fan club behind Angie and Kathy for sure.
Well, I think, a lot of the results of a test like this, of a contest like this, are the questions, right?
Yes.
I think we all know that Kathy Roberson knows a lot more than most of us anyway. So
more than me, for sure. All right, next. All right, so the next question here. I've got an informational piece here. Let's see. 3. Nope. All right, so the next question is quick score update. Information. So in case you don't, some folks may not know, discrete and process manufacturing, 2 of the main types of manufacturing. Process is all about, things that transform, and discrete is full of components, things that can be identified themselves, and oftentimes. Think about it when an iPhone is constructed, you can deconstruct it just about to where you have all the components. As opposed to an Oreo, it's very tough to deconstruct that.
Hold on a second. You can deconstruct an Oreo, and you should.
If you eat an Oreo by taking it apart, you should be thrown in jail, Greg, just so you know.
First of all, I don't.
Okay.
Usually right. I dunk it, but I think it's okay to deconstruct it every once in a while.
I agree. Chris says this.
Yeah, I get the point.
the CrossFit of supply chain trivia. And Kathy says she needs to hang out with Chris. Okay. All right. Here's that question I told y'all about. The large aerospace giant restarted production this week in Washington while still idling its South Carolina site. What is that one? Large aerospace giant restarted its production this week in Washington while still idling. And Benjamin says, separate the Oreo.
Yes, that's right. Fear not.
Oh, gosh.
I guess that still doesn't make it discreet, but I get it.
Yeah.
By the way, that's probably one of the best explanations of discrete manufacturing I've heard.
Oreo?
No, the description you gave there, that's great. So thanks for breaking it down.
Sorry. Once you say Oreo, you've got my attention. I'm forgetting any conversation we have.
Yeah.
Nothing, a sleeve of Oreos and some 2% milk. All right. I think everybody's answered. We're really close. So we've got, to our audience, we've got 4 questions left. 4 questions left. Everybody except one got this one. Let's check on the scores. Okay. Look at third place is separated by less than 800 points. Is that a quick
No,
analysis?
less than 300 points.
Well, I'm talking from Peter to Kathy.
Oh yeah, all the way to Kathy, yeah.
All right. So this next question is, this Fortune 100 food manufacturer idled its largest pork plant this week in Iowa. This Fortune 100 food manufacturer idled its largest pork plant this week in Iowa. And if you've hopefully all these folks here are kindred spirits with me and you, Greg. We've got to take care of the supply chain workforce. Of course, we've got to take care of our healthcare and first responders and all the other brave men and women that keep the country moving forward. But man, the drivers and the makers and the movers, you name it, all the folks that
the stockers, the sellers, and the bag carriers, right? Everyone who's on the front line, no doubt.
That's right. All right. Again, Fortune 100 food manufacturer that idled its largest pork plant this week in Iowa. That picture reminded me of Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
My kids, wasn't too long ago that I thought I would share that classic, what I think is a classic, with my kids and let them enjoy it as much as I did when I was, 5 or 6 years old. The animation was not up to snuff. It has aged too much, evidently.
Really?
They got them for about 17, 18 minutes, and then they were gone. All right. We are down to 3 questions. 3 questions. What's funny now, Greg? Please do tell.
I have a buddy who is he's watching this. Todd Raines. He must be watching this and looking at a new gig. And he said, "Pay attention to your broadcast." I just sent him a text. How's it going? I'm trying to help people during this crisis, man.
All right, so we're running a little bit over. The delay surprised us here, but we're about an hour 20, but we're 3 questions away from wrapping up. Okay, so next question is going to be in 2019, Nike opened a new distribution center that runs on 100% clean energy and utilizes a Canal system to move inbound containers, all right, getting rid of those empty miles and about 14,000 truck trips, I believe. Where is this facility? You're going to get 4 choices. Again, Nike opened a new DC last year that runs on 100% clean energy and utilizes a Canal system to move inbound containers. Where's it at? 3 questions ago. 3 questions to go. And that's actually a picture of Greg hanging out on one of the bridges after winning his Atlanta tennis championship. Is that right, Greg? Where's that belt, by the way, or the plate?
I'll go get it if you want to give me 20 seconds. You want me to go get it?
No, not yet. It's going to make an appearance at the studio, maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
That's good because it's probably closer to 40 seconds.
Yes. Big thanks to Clay and Amanda for making all the things happen behind the scenes this week on live streams and podcasts and all of the projects we've got cooking. All right. Angie, don't pass that baton just yet. Down to 2 questions once we... All right. Some folks got that it was in Ham, Belgium. 4 folks got that right, as opposed to Amsterdam, Sweden, and New Orleans. All right. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. What? We've had a change at the top.
Holy mackerel.
All right. So, Mr. Inventory, don't know who you are or where you are, but you have done the unthinkable. So, 2 questions ago. And Peter and Kathy, and Angie, they're still all fighting for third place here.
At the top.
And Nikhil is the highest climber. Went up 14 places, so congratulations. All right.
Come on, Gaffney.
Second to last question, and this is all about this country announced this week that it will be cutting subsidies on new energy vehicles by 10% in 2020. What country announced this week that it will be cutting subsidies on new energy vehicles by 10% in 2020? There's still time. This is our second to last question.
Now I'm tense. And you all know why.
I'm glad it's the third round, not the first round, as the delay was dawning on us. That was painful to realize when we've launched that we had a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. We had some brave supply chain warriors here.
Next time we do this, though, that's the good news, right?
Yes. Oh, next time we're going to knock it out. Yeah. Sarah Scudder says, Mr. Inventory, time to spill the beans. You've heard that phrase before, right, Greg?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
Nothing about neck bone. All right. So quick scoreboard update. Oh, it's going to come down. It's only 500 points to separate Mr. Inventory and Chris G. There's only about 500 points to separate Kathy and Angie, and 400 points behind them is Peter. So here it comes. The final question is, Appriss Retail reported that there was $309 billion in retail returns in 2019. How much of that $309 billion was related to e-commerce? So again, you've got a big total of $309 billion in overall returns. How much of that figure was related to e-commerce returns? You'll be able to vote momentarily. Here we go. Oh, Claudia, conspiracy. Is Greg Mr. Inventory?
She's floating the conspiracy theory.
Oh. All right, 2 early answers. Maximizing those points. Clay says it's not him. Ooh, could it be Amanda throwing us all off? Could it be Fred Midkiff making a surprise appearance on trivia?
Could it be J. Todd Raines? That's one way to find a new gig.
Could it be Mr. Supply Chain that decided to take a portion out of the end-to-end to play with tonight? I don't know.
He focused on a segment. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
all right.
Complete.
We are seconds away from finding out who has won tonight's match. First annual, painfully slow supply chain trivia night. Here we go. Oh, let's see here. Third place, Angie Reno. Third place, getting it done. Second place, Chris Gaffney, leading to Mr. Inventory, finishing first place.
Come on, Mr. Inventory.
All right, someone has Kathy came in at fourth place, and Peter Heflin came in fifth.
Way to go, gang. Man, that's
great really game
there.
Great game. Anna, great to see you. No medal. That's okay. You'll be next time. Claudia, great game. All right, so
Fred wants the participation trophy.
Yes, Chris says he applauds Mr. Inventory as we wrap up here. And he's like a masked wrestler. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Our friend Enrique Alvarez has a lot of Greg, what's the Spanish term for the wrestling masks in Enrique's office?
Wrestling masks?
No. Okay. All right. You bet, Chris. Thanks to all of our attendees, Todd and Angie and Sarah and Hope, Nikhil. So many people. Appreciate it that y'all bearing with us. What, Greg?
I want everyone to know before everybody signs off, we will be revealing who Mr. Inventory is.
That's right.
Because whoever that is has to reveal their actual identity in order to collect the prize. So we will be finding out, and we will be revealing that. So that could be a whole other show.
Agreed. That's our first feature.
Yeah.
Legendary Mr. Inventory. All right.
Hey, Gaffney, good job. I was pulling for you. I had my bet down on you.
So
you are the Patrick Mahomes of supply chain.
Demetrios James says it's time to take the mask off. It could be him, maybe. But we're going to verify, and we'll inform the whole participation audience here tonight. What a great match. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Greg, a final word before I sign off.
Look, we did this for fun. We did it for fellowship. We did it to let our hair down a little bit, and I'm glad everyone joined us here. This is the kind of thing we want to try to give back to the industry and to people in general. I'm glad we had a lot of international folks. Nikhil, I'm glad you joined us. That was important, and I appreciate you staying up and suffering the delay. Great job, everybody. Great job, Chris Gaffney and Mr. Inventory, whoever you are. Angie Reno, good job. And everyone who participated, fantastic. I saw some great runs there. I don't know if everyone was following that. You can see the runs of people as they make a few, as they get on fire or have 3 or 4 questions answered in a row. So thanks, everybody, for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Definitely.
Take the weekend.
So Fred,
enjoy your time.
That's right. Fred Tolbert's having gumbo tonight. So, Fred, appreciate you joining us. Anna and Peter and Kathy, all of you. Great time tonight. Hey, listen, today's podcast, speaking of Fred Tolbert, was 3 supply chain students from the University of Georgia. And if you want to feel really good about the talent, not only the talent coming into the industry, but about the leadership hands that we're passing the baton to, the future is really bright. Check out our podcast today. Thanks to Fred for making that happen, but you can check it out wherever you get your podcast from.
Yep.
On that note, stay safe. We wish everybody all the best. We know there's a lot of folks that are struggling again economically or health wise or just with all the uncertainty. Appreciate y'all joining us here as we kind of walked away from the edge a bit. We're going to retool this thing and get around this delay, probably present it a little differently. But really enjoyed the camaraderie and the comments and, of course, the intellect that was on display. So hope everyone has a great weekend. Stay safe. Brighter days lie ahead. And on behalf of Greg White, Scott, and Amanda, and Clay, you name it, the whole team here, hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next time on Supply Chain Now. Thanks, everybody.
We out.